Welcome. In this video, you will discover how to control your brain in different situations. Have you ever felt like your brain is working against you? Like it gets stuck in fear, stress, or laziness when you need it to be strong, calm, and focused? What if I told you that you could train your brain like a muscle so that no matter what happens, you remain in control? By the end of this video, you will have the tools to master your mind. So stay with me until the end, because what you are about to learn can change your life forever. Chapter 1. Your brain is a supercomputer, but are you in control? Imagine you have the most powerful computer in the world. It can solve problems, create ideas, and make fast decisions. But there is a problem. You have never learned how to use it properly. Instead of making it work for you, it runs on autopilot. It reacts to emotions, distractions, and habits without your permission. This is exactly how most people live. Their brain is controlling them instead of the other way around. The good news: you can take control. Your brain is not fixed. It is not something you are stuck with. It is a machine that you can reprogram, train, and sharpen just like a muscle. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a situation where your emotions took over? Maybe you felt so stressed that you could not think clearly, or so distracted that you could not focus. Or maybe you wanted to be productive, but your brain kept making excuses. The truth is, your brain follows patterns. It is trained by your past habits, thoughts, and emotions. But guess what? You can change those patterns. In this journey, you will learn how to take charge of your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Whether you are dealing with stress, fear, lack of focus, or negative emotions, there are simple but powerful techniques to train your brain and make it work for you. And once you learn them, you will never be the same again. Let us start with one of the biggest problems. People face stress. How to stay calm when stress tries to take over. Picture this. You have an important deadline, a difficult conversation, or a challenge ahead. Suddenly, your heart starts racing. Your hands get sweaty. Your thoughts start spinning in every direction. Your brain is in panic mode. This is stress taking control. But here is something most people do not know. Stress is just a signal. It is your brain's way of telling you that something important is happening. But instead of letting stress control you can train your brain to stay calm under pressure. How to control stress? Instantly control your breathing. The fastest way to calm your brain is through breathing. When you feel stress rising, stop and take a slow, deep breath. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. Repeat this a few times. Your brain will get the signal, I am safe. Talk to your brain. Your brain listens to your words. When stress attacks, instead of saying, "This is too much," say, "I can handle this." I am in control. Your words program your brain's reaction. Move your body. When you change your body, you change your mind. Stretch. Shake your hands, take a walk. Do anything that signals your brain to shift out of stress mode. Now imagine applying these techniques in real life. Next time stress tries to take over, you stop, breathe. Reset your mind and move forward with complete control. How powerful would that feel? But stress is not the only thing that steals control from you. Let us talk about something just as dangerous: Distraction's the secret to extreme focus. We live in a world full of distractions. You sit down to work, but within minutes, you check your phone, think about random things, and lose track of time. Your brain jumps from one thing to another, like a monkey swinging from branch to branch. But imagine this. What if you could train your brain to focus like a laser? What if when you needed to concentrate, your mind locked in like a guided missile, ignoring everything else? The secret? Your brain follows instructions, but you have to give them clearly. How to focus like a laser. Tell your brain what to do before you start a task. Say out loud, "For the next 30 minutes, I will focus only on this task." This simple trick gives your brain a clear command. Use the 5-minute rule. If a task feels too big, tell yourself, "I will just do it for 5 minutes." This removes resistance, and once you start, your brain naturally wants to continue. Eliminate distractions. Put your phone away. Close unnecessary tabs and work in a quiet place. Every time your brain tries to wander, gently bring it back, focusing as a skill. The more you practice, the sharper it becomes. But there is one thing that can kill your focus and motivation faster than anything else: fear. So how do you take control when fear tries to stop you? Chapter 4. How to stop fear from controlling you. Fear is a tricky enemy. It whispers in your mind, "You will fail. You are not good enough." Or, "What if something goes wrong?" It holds you back from speaking up, taking action, and chasing your goals. But here's the truth. Fear is just an illusion. It is your brain's way of protecting you from danger. The problem most of the time, the danger is not real. It is just your imagination. How to defeat fear? Instantly guess. What is the worst that can happen? Most fears disappear when you realize the worst outcome is not as bad as your brain makes it seem. Gag first, think later. Fear grows the longer you wait. The secret? Take the first step before fear has time to grow. Checkmark. Turn fear into excitement. Your body reacts to fear and excitement in the same way. Heart beats faster. Energy rises. Instead of saying, "I am scared," say, "I am excited." And feel the shift. Fear only has power if you listen to it. When you face it head on, it disappears. And once you learn to control fear, you unlock something even more powerful: motivation. Chapter 5. How to stay motivated even when you feel lazy. Everyone has days when they feel lazy, unmotivated, or stuck. Maybe you wake up and know you should get things done, but your brain says, "I will do it later." Hours pass and you still have not started. The problem is that most people wait for motivation to come before they take action. But here is a powerful truth: motivation does not come first. Action comes first, and motivation follows. Think about a time when you forced yourself to start something, even when you did not feel like it. Maybe it was a workout, a project, or a difficult task. At first, it felt hard, but after a few minutes, something changed. Your brain switched on, and you felt motivated to continue. This is because motivation is not something you find. It is something you create. One of the best ways to beat laziness is to trick your brain into starting. Tell yourself that you will do just 5 minutes of the task. Your brain will think 5 minutes is easy. And once you start, you will likely continue much longer. Another powerful trick is to remind your brain why the task matters. If your brain sees no reason to act, it will choose laziness. But if you remind yourself, this is important because it will improve my future, your brain will be more willing to cooperate. It is also important to control your environment. If your surroundings are filled with distractions, your brain will naturally be drawn to them. Keep your workspace clean, turn off notifications, and make it easy for your brain to focus. The most successful people in the world are not those who always feel motivated. They are the ones who take action, even when they do not feel like it. And once you master this skill, you will never be controlled by laziness again. But there is one final enemy that can stop you from controlling your brain, and that is negative thoughts. Chapter 6. How to control negative thoughts and emotions. Your thoughts shape your reality. If your brain is filled with negative thoughts, your emotions, actions, and even your life will reflect that negativity. But here is something most people do not realize. You are not your thoughts. Just because a thought appears in your mind does not mean it is true. Negative thoughts off and come automatically. You may think, I am not good enough. I will fail, or nothing ever goes right for me. These thoughts feel real, but they are just mental habits your brain has picked up over time. The good news is that just like any habit, if it is hurting you, then it is a thought you need to let go of. The second step is to replace it. Instead of saying, I cannot do this, tell yourself, I am learning and improving. Instead of thinking, I will fail, say, every mistake is a lesson that makes me stronger. Your brain believes what you repeatedly tell it, so feed it the right thoughts. Practicing gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to train your brain to focus on the positive. Every day, think of at least 3 things you are grateful for. This simple habit rewires your brain to see the good in your life instead of the bad. When you learn to take control of your thoughts, you take control of your emotions. And when you take control of your emotions, you take control of your entire life. Final words. You have the power. You have just learned how to take control of your brain. In any situation, whether it is stress, distractions, fear, laziness, or negative emotions. But knowing these techniques is not enough. You must practice them every time you face a challenge. Use what you have learned. The more you train your brain, the stronger it becomes. Most people go through life letting their brain control them. But you are different. You now have the tools to take charge of your mind and shape your future the way you want. So here is my challenge for you. Pick just one technique from this guide and start using it today. Whether it is controlling stress, improving focus, or defeating fear, take action now. Because the moment you start applying these techniques, your life will begin to change. Now tell me, which of these brain control techniques will you try first?